So we're doing upper body stretches today. We'll go ahead and start out in easy pose. If anybody else jumps on, they can just jump in. So we'll come into easy pose, press the sit bones down into the ground, roll the shoulders back, let them drop. Relax every muscle in the face. Take a nice deep breath in and exhale nice and slow. Give yourself a minute to relax and find some rhythm in the breath. You can rest your hands wherever they are comfortable. One more big breath here, and then we'll drop our heads down to the left side on the exhale. And so as you release, go ahead and drop the head down. We'll bring this left hand up and over, bringing it to the right side of the head. We can extend that right arm out. Since this is an upper body sequence, we're going to pay a lot of attention to the neck, to the shoulders, a little bit to the back. Continually try to stretch that arm out. You should feel it from like a little bit above the bicep all the way up through the traps, up the neck. It's a really good way to get a bunch of places stretched out that you may not even think about. Go ahead and start rocking your head from front to back, keeping it on the left side. And then gently use that left hand to help you assist. Keep going. I'm going to put my hair back really fast. Go ahead and bring your head down, tuck your chin to your chest. You can drop your hands if you'd like, or stretch them both out. Rock the head from left to right. Go ahead and bring the head over to the right shoulder. Apply that same pressure with the left or the right hand on the left side like we did on the other side. Stretch out the left arm and then rock from front to back. Big inhale as we come back up, and then we'll drop the head back behind us, arms out, fingertips against the floor. And then still rocking the head from left to right. I don't know about you, but I feel like I have hot rocks in my neck right now. So this feels pretty good to get all of that tension out. And we'll go ahead and do 3 or 4 rounds per side, nice and slow. Exhaling as we tuck our chins down and inhaling as we come back up. When you hit 4, go ahead and let your head rock from left to right on your back just a little bit. And then we'll switch sides. Let's go ahead and drop with our chins tucked to our chest now. We're gonna interlace our fingers together and place them gently at the nape of the neck, where the neck and the head kind of come together. Meet. And lightly push down on the back of the head. Just apply a little bit of pressure there. Give some extra love to the neck. One more big breath in. And release. On your next inhale, you can go ahead and relax the arms, come back up. Let's bring our left knee up, tuck the right leg under, bringing that foot to our left hip, and bringing the right foot to the outside of the right knee. Bring the left hand back for support. Extend, or not extend, but look backwards. Stretch the back a little bit. Bring the right arm to the outside of the left elbow. Give our backs a little bit of a twist. We'll take about three or four breaths here. Today's sequence is a little bit shorter than normal, but we're going to be taking longer breaths to kind of compensate for the smaller sequence. This is supposed to be kind of restorative in a sense. Not restorative in the yoga sense, but this should help you feel good all throughout the upper body. Go ahead and exhale, bring that right hand down or bring it to the left foot, and we're going to come into cow facing pose. So your knees are stacked and your feet are at your hips. Let's go ahead and raise that left hand up, drop it back. You can use a scarf or a strap if you need to. And bring the fingertips together. Keep the heart open, keep the chin up, and we'll breathe here for about 4 breaths. Go ahead and exhale, bring those arms back down to the ground. You will tuck the left leg under our right. Bring that left foot to the right hip and the right foot to the outside of the left knee. Right hand comes back for support. Left hand or left elbow is on the outside of the right knee. You can lean back into that right arm just a little bit. Just don't arch your back. And then we'll give ourselves a nice little twist. Open the hearts, drop the shoulders, and take a couple breaths here. On your next exhale, let's go ahead and bring that left hand down. Bring the right foot over to the left hip. Right knee should be stacked on top this time. Cow face pose on the opposite side. We'll raise the right hand up and let it drop down. Raising the left hand up from the opposite way to latch the hands together and using a strap or a scarf if we can't quite reach our fingers together. Go ahead and exhale, relax your arms. Go ahead and untwist your legs and we'll swing our legs around. Come into tabletop pose. You can twist your back a little bit here if you'd like. We'll tuck our toes and then come into downward facing dog. So push back, raising the hips up nice and tall. If your hamstrings are tight, go ahead and stretch them out. Arms should be an extension of the spine. Do whatever kind of stretching you'd like to help get your hamstrings feeling good. Doesn't matter if it looks silly. And then on your next inhale, we will step or hop into a forward fold. In forward fold, we will rest with our fingertips against the ground. Maybe pulse a little bit, so just kind of bounce on your fingertips to really get a nice stretch in the thighs. If you're feeling tight like I am, this will definitely help. You can also bend your knees and hug your legs in. That will also stretch you out just a little bit. Go ahead, you can widen your stance a little bit here. Place your hand in the center of the mat and we're gonna take a twist. So left hand peels open, reaching up towards the sky. There should be a gentle little twist in the back here. Keep your legs straight. This also stretches the shoulders out. And on your next exhale, go ahead and come back down. On your next inhale, peel the heart open. Try to keep your legs straight or slightly bent. Don't let one leg go deeper than the other. Exhale, come back down. And we're gonna go ahead and take a nice slow roll coming up into Tadasana. So really take your time here since we're focusing on the upper body, and doing our slow rolls focuses on the spine and the back since you want to feel every little vertebrae as you come up. So really just focus on getting a nice good stretch and coming up very, very slow. Roll shoulders back as you come up, lifting the head up. And then the head should be the very, very, very last thing to rise. Let's go ahead, raise our hands up nice and tall. And we'll take a little back extension here. This should stretch out the low back. Keep the core nice and strong. This will help steady your breath. Even if you feel shaky, it's okay. And then exhale, take a swan dive back into a forward fold. So walk our hands out, step our feet back. We'll sit in downward facing dog. So arms should be an extension of the spine, shoulder blades down. Press the toes into the ground. We'll take a spinal wave into a plank and then drop into upward facing dog. Let this stretch out the hips a little bit in the abdominal area. Press the hands into the ground, away from the ground to ensure that the shoulders are engaged. Keep the heart open. Let's tuck our toes. Push ourselves back up into downward facing dog. On your next inhale, we'll do another spinal wave. Coming back into upward facing dog. Inhale. Exhale, come back into downward facing dog last time. And from here, we're going to drop down into dolphin pose. So it's basically downward facing dog, just on your forearms. And you can also bend your knees here to give you a little bit more stability if you need to. Let's go ahead, exhale, walk our feet out, drop ourselves low to the ground onto the belly, and then we will rest our hands, corners of the mat, rest the face on the ground in crocodile pose. And take 2 or 3 breaths in crocodile pose. We'll extend our left arm out and then inhale, roll ourselves up onto our left side, coming into shoulder pigeon. Sit here for about 3 or 4 breaths. If you want to raise the right hand up and let it fall back to give a little bit of stretch to the right arm, you can. You can also rest your head on a block so that you don't put any negative tension on the head or the neck, or not negative tension, but any straining. We don't want to strain the neck or the head. Go ahead, exhale, bring that right hand back down to the ground if you had it up. And then we're gonna come into straight jacket pose next. So stick that right arm over to the left side and the left arm over to the right. Your arms should be under your chest, crisscrossed like you're being put in a straight jacket. And then if you wanna rest your head on a block, you can, not mandatory though. Go ahead and take 3 to 4 breaths here. Go ahead, bring both hands out in front of us. And then we're going to switch the way that we had our arms. So if your right arm was tucked first before, then tuck the left arm first, or tuck the left arm into the armpit while the right arm is on the outside. I just don't remember which way I was. I think it was the other way. We'll sit here for another few breaths. Let's go ahead, extend the right arm out this time. Roll up onto the left side. Raise the left hand if you'd like, or the left arm. Sometimes raising the left arm and letting it fall back not only stretches out the inside of the shoulder right here, but it puts a little bit more pressure on the shoulder that this stretch is intended for. Go ahead, exhale, come back down to center. I'm going to switch my sides to the mat. We're going to do some supine twists next. So we'll lay flat on our backs and then raise the feet up. We'll drop down to the left side, apply a little bit of pressure with that hand on that right knee. And then you can cactus out the right arm if you'd like. We'll take one more big breath here. Let's use our core to pull our legs back up to center and then drop slowly down to the right side. And then again, we'll apply pressure with our right hand while the left arm comes out, either like a T or cactus out, wherever you're comfortable. Let's go ahead and use the core to pull our knees back up to center. We're going to do some revolving twists last night. So we did this last night. This is the one where our arms stay out and then we use our core to pull ourselves up and then let the legs drop down but don't touch the ground. We'll do this 2 or 3 times. So drop down to the left on an exhale. Inhale, come back up to center. Exhale, drop down to the right side. Don't let those legs touch. Inhale, come back up to center. Exhale, drop down to the left side. Inhale, back up to center. Keep the core engaged. Use the core to pull your legs back up. Drop down to the right on an exhale. And back up to center one more time. Exhale down to the left side. Inhale, center. Exhale down to the right. Inhale, back up to center. Then you can drop your feet. We're going to maneuver ourselves and come into rabbit pose. So rabbit pose is kind of similar to child's pose and kind of not at the same time. So we'll rest our heads on the ground, a pillow if you have any kind of head sensitivity or are prone to migraines. And then we'll walk our knees up as close as we can to our faces. You can keep the sit bones up high or rest them. And then grab onto the feet. This stretches the entire back. Under the shoulder blades, it stretches everything and it feels amazing when it's done right. So we'll sit here for about 3 breaths. If you engage your core, it'll also strengthen the core. Not a lot, but it will. Go ahead, exhale, drop your hands to the ground and come up nice and slow. We're going to do some seated cat-cows next. So you can sit up on your feet or you can sit cross-legged, however you like. Go ahead and place your hands on your knees nice and gently. We'll roll the shoulders back, bringing the back like we would in a normal cow. So there should be an arch, an inward arch in the back. Shoulders back, chins up, and then exhale. Close off around the back the opposite way. Stretch out the shoulders, the shoulder blades. You can let the head drop and the chin tuck. Inhale, come back up to cow. Take a breath here. And then exhale, back into cat. Inhale, back up into cow, and then this will be the last one. Exhale, closing off into cat. Let's go ahead, come back up, sit up nice and tall, whether you're on a block, on your feet, on your butt, on the ground. Sit up nice and tall. We're going to do some eagle arms. And we'll start with the left side. So bring the left arm in front of your face. We'll take the right arm, swing it around. Hard to see because I'm in black, per usual, sorry. We'll take our right arm, wrap it around the left arm. Bring the palms together. This should already be stretching the shoulders, but we'll go ahead, raise our arms up so that our elbows are about level with our forehead. You can rest your hands back on top of your head if you'd like, or keep them up high. Sit here for about 3 breaths, and then we'll switch sides. As you take out your exhale, you can go ahead and unwind your arms. Do some shoulder rounds, wiggle your shoulders out, whatever feels good, whatever makes you feel good. We'll go ahead, bring the right arm in front of the face this time. Take the left arm, wrap it around the right arm, bring the hands together. You don't have to interlace your fingers, but you can give a little hand hug with your thumbs. Help keep your arms stable. Raise the elbows up nice and tall. And another 3 breaths here. Remembering to keep our breath nice and long and steady. Go ahead and exhale. Release the arms. Do your wiggles, whatever makes you feel good. And then we'll come down, meet back in easy pose where we started. You can rest your hands, palm up on the knee. Let the shoulders relax and clench your jaw. Relax your forehead. Relax your back. Just notice I was holding a lot of tension in my back because I was forcing myself to kind of sit up and puff my chest out. Roll the shoulders back. While this improves the posture, we'll go ahead and let the shoulders relax once they are rolled back so that your back can kind of relax too. Go ahead and close your eyes. Calm the mind. Find that rhythm in your breath again if you lost it. I like to try to count to 4. Take 4 long counts per inhale and at least 4, possibly more, per exhale. Let's go ahead and take our nightly gratitude. Take a moment to feel grateful for your mind and your body for allowing you to do every single thing that you did today, for allowing you to practice this beautiful thing we call yoga, strengthening the mind and the body. Feel grateful for all of it. Go ahead, take a nice big inhale, raise the hands above the head. Once they meet overhead, go ahead and exhale, slowly drop your hands down to heart center. Know that the light in me honors that same light in each of you. You may now bow your heads and say Namaste. I hope you enjoyed the class. I hope you got a good stretch in, and I hope you have a good rest of your night and a good weekend.